Welcome back to the D Horizons Tribe, guys. We've got our Mik Scarlet week looking at all things love and sex and relationships as it's Valentine's Day this week. And really just going to be handing over to Mik for his top 5 tips on that topic.
Okay, well, firstly, tip 1, remember, you are amazing. Don't let anyone tell you anything otherwise. Go into everything with confidence. My mum used to tell me I was amazing every day. And in a way we are, because if we achieve something, and you're disabled, you have done something like the non-disabled people, but you've got all the other stuff to put up with, all the barriers and attitudes and pain and awkwardness. So that makes you better than them. Remember that. You are amazing. Number 2, if you're trying to chat someone up and they don't like you because you're disabled, they've done you a favor because you are disabled, right? It's not going to suddenly go, right? And at the end of the day, you now know you've missed out on someone that had a head full of stereotypes and rubbish. They've missed out on you, the amazing one, right? That's how you look at it. Don't see it, oh no, that's really negative. How do I, oh, I feel really bad because they've done. No, it's great. It's a good thing. Move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. Right, so number 3, be prepared to experiment. Right, experimentation is what all people do. Everyone, it's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be a big deal. Right, but have fun with it. Try stuff, because you might not be able to do it the way it says in the book on how to do it, but you'll find your own way to do it.
Any thoughts on inspiration, like where to get other ideas from that you might not know about it from your own experience?
To be honest, when I was young, I read an awful lot of how to do it books, how to make love to your woman, how to drive your woman wild in bed. They were mostly rubbish, but they were informative around some things. The whole section on lesbianism was hilarious, and I won't even go into it. But there's lesbians hold hands, occasionally touch each other's breasts. When was this written? So yeah, to be honest, I think around disability, I don't think there's much been written. I don't think there's much you can do. But you can watch films, you can read books, and then it's kind of think, well, in the same way that everything else, like, for instance, if you can't reach a shelf, you get a grabbing hand. You can kind of do that. Mm-hmm. And you can go to, online stores that sell toys and things if you need them. It's kind of, like I said, experiment, have a go. Because I think it's very regular that lots of disabled people don't really understand that non-disabled people don't know what they're doing either. Because we all get the same sex education, isn't it? And it's kind of, here's a man and here's a woman and bees and pregnancy, and it's rubbish. And so they don't know what they're doing. And so they watch a lot of porn, which is why lots of people are really bad at what they do. And it's just, think, what do I like? It might be that you have a small play with yourself, if you can. But it's really, don't be afraid to say, do you know what? Try it. Talk to each other is really important. Yeah, talk, chat, be open with each other, and then that way you'll see. Well, if you fancy trying that, yeah, let's try it. If you're a wheelchair and your partner fancies having sex in every room, then try it. Get her to jump on you on the chair and wheel around the house. That way you can have it in one go. You can even make a cup of tea if you're really thirsty. And that brings me on to the next one. Be happy with what you can do. So, like, when my spine collapsed when I was 15, I lost the ability to get erections. And for many, many years, I was absolutely positive that any partner I was with wasn't having as much fun as they could do, and I wasn't really a man and all this kind of rubbish. And then eventually I met my wonderful wife, and I learned that I could be happy. And it took that long to learn. I met her when I was 30. So we got together when I was 30. And that taught me that I should have been, what doesn't matter if you don't do things the way you're meant to do it in the book. What you're meant to do is have fun. Sex is meant to be 2 or more, if you fancy that, people laying on a bed after sex, hot, sweaty, and happy. How you get there is completely unimportant. So be happy with the way you do it. Because if it works for you, fine. Don't let anyone else tell you it's wrong, right? really importantly, I think, I get a lot of people ask me, you go, how do you're really confident, how do you meet people? And I say, do the stuff you love. Live your life, enjoy it. Go out, go to the art. You know, if you like, a friend of mine likes going on huge wheels through the countryside, right? Lovely. If you like doing that, do that. I like music and clubbing, so I used to go to lots of clubs, lots of gigs. If you like art, go see art galleries. All the while you're doing stuff you love, you're mixing with other people who also do the stuff you love, which means that you form relationships. So then, while you're doing the stuff you love, you may meet the one you fall in love with, because you share all the other, you know, joys and passions. And you know, you get lots of people go, well, I don't really see you as disabled. And we think, well, how dare you? I am disabled. They don't really mean it as an insult. What they mean is they've got to know you. And all the stereotypes that they carry around, you don't fit with them. Now, we know none of us do. But what it kind of means is it's that sort of thing of saying, well, actually, I really like you. And I'm a bit amazed at that. Now, you can take that however you like. But that, to me, is the first sign that someone has broken down all those things that we think they all think. And they're going, oh, actually, you're just like everybody else. And that is great. Now, of course, disability is part of who we are. And they know that too, because they know you. It might be a long-term approach at it, I suppose. But, you know, it seems it took me 6 years to get my wife to go out with me. And that's probably my last tip. Yes, I'm getting in 6 because I'm greedy. Don't do as I do. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Because I've given you all this advice. I didn't do all this when I was young. I'm supremely confident now. When I was young, I wasn't. I allowed girls to manipulate me and to tell me how lucky I was that I was with them, and I, you know, got really messed about by them. And I really believed that disability was a barrier to me being able to give them what they wanted. And it's only now I'm old and look back on it, I realise that was just rubbish. They were just desperately afraid that I would leave them. So they lied to me. And so don't do that stuff. Don't let that, you know, don't be me. Listen to me. I'm wise and old and I've been there. And I'm telling you that you too can be as happy as me, but you don't have to wait until it's all going south and the hair's coming out to get there. See, you can be as confident as me when you've still got the looks that I had when I was young. You know, like that, young and sexy. So
I love that photo. That's awesome.
Right, isn't it? This, I'll tell you what, quick tip as well. That's me when I was 19 with my bear. Right? For all guys, don't be ashamed of being cute. Cute works.
That's a very good tip at the end there.
Cute works. And with that, I shall leave you.
Thank you very much, Mick. I'm sure everyone took a lot out of that. And as always, we'll have a little discussion below the video. So if you're around, you know, feel free to join in as well. And I'll urge the people watching to obviously share their thoughts and any personal experiences that they're fumbling with, for want of a better word, in this domain. So yeah, brilliant.
Tip 3, nice bit of fumbling, always goes down well.
Love that. And we'll be signing off. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.